Good morning. Today we are going to look at a program that is a vital tool for students who might be struggling in your course. When I say struggling, that doesn't necessarily mean just poor grades. It could be all of a sudden a student has stopped showing up for class, maybe an online student has stopped submitting assignments, or even maybe a student approached you after class or sent you an email letting you know that something is going on in their personal life. When you encounter one of these situations, you will want to turn that student into ACE. ACE stands for Aware, Care, Encourage. And ACE is monitored by our Student Success Team, who will then reach out to that student and assist with whatever is going on. Let's take a look at ACE. So here's the login page. Your login information is the same as your Carson Newman login information. However, remember we want to leave the @cn.edu off the username. And there is a nice little reminder right here at the bottom of the screen. The first option is Send Alert. This is where you will go to submit the student's name and concerns you have for the student. The next option over is My Students. My Students will have a list of all the courses you are currently teaching or have taught with the students' names. You can click in there and see some student information and also send those students an email through ACE. The third option is Feedback Request. This is where if a student success member needs feedback from you on a student, you'll click here and there will be an option. We can click into this. Mine's blank. There will be an option right here for you to click and to give some feedback. Now usually this is done after an initial report has been sent in or concern has been sent in. You will get a follow-up later in the semester. But what you might see is if we have a student who is struggling in some other courses and some other professors have turned them in, you might also get a feedback request because they kind of want to get an idea of how they're also doing in your course. Okay, so we're going to go back. And the last one is Surveys. Now, if you receive a notification that there is a survey here for you to complete, you can log in and do that. We can click into surveys and you can see there are no surveys for me right now, okay? So if you get a notification, this is where you will go to do that. I do want to make a note that this survey or these surveys are completely separate from the course evaluations that we do at the end of the term, okay? Completely different things, so just keep that in mind. We're going to go back. And now we're going to click into that Send Alert and see the steps we need to take there. So the first thing you'll want to do here is you need to search for the student. You can do that by their name, by their ID, or by their email, okay? So we're going to use my name. And right here, my name will pop up with my ID number and my email. To the right, you will see the Send Alert button. So we're going to click there. And this is the screen you'll see. So this first option here has telephone, cell phone, or alternative email address. If you have that information on a student, you can go ahead and plug that in. If not, that is completely okay. So we're going to scroll down. And the first option here is academic concerns. So if we're concerned about grades, attendance, homework, we would just click the appropriate boxes, and it can be more than one, okay? If it's something, an academic concern other than the ones listed here, you can choose this last option, and number 8 is a fill in the blank, okay? So we're going to scroll on down. The next one is academic integrity incident. So if we have a plagiarism incident, cheating, we would check those boxes there. You can check more than one again. The third option is emotional concerns. So is this an encouragement, relationship trouble, stress, depression? Again, you can click multiple ones. Then we have life concerns. Crisis at home, loss of a family member, loss of a friend, financial trouble. Again, you have the option on all of these to check multiple boxes. major/career concerns. So maybe we have an undecided major, an unsuitable major. You can choose those as well. Behavioral concerns. So we have inappropriate, disruptive, physical harassment, verbal harassment. Again, check the ones that apply. Physical concerns, illness, lack of sleep, signs of abuse, inability to perform required tasks, hygiene issues. Again, we are assessing the student and helping the student any way we can. So like I said previously, this doesn't have to do with just grades. So if something is going on that we need to reach out and support this student, student success needs to know so they can take the appropriate steps. Okay, number 8, like I said, is kind of a fill-in. So if you have a concern about this student that is not listed above, or if you would like to provide us with more detailed information, please fill it in here. Okay. Number 9, what steps have already been taken? So have you met with the student? Have you referred the student before today? Have you provided the student with campus resource cards, disability services, writing center? And you can check no steps were taken. If this is, as soon as you notice it, nothing's happened yet, you go ahead and turn this in, you can completely check no steps were taken. And that's okay. Which campus resources do you think would help the student? So as a professor, you have a better idea maybe of their personality. Would they be willing to talk to somebody? You kind of have a better feel than these student success coaches who are kind of coming in cold. They don't really know a whole lot about the student yet. So any insight you can provide here is very helpful. Okay, so once you have checked all your boxes, filled everything in, we're going to scroll to the bottom and hit preview. I didn't check everything. So once you hit preview, it's going to break it down for you like this. You can kind of look over, make sure you got everything filled in there that needs to be, and then hit submit. And you're done. Okay? And then after this initial submission, you might see a follow-up later, like we kind of touched on before, a feedback on how maybe they've improved in class, the steps that have been taken, are they working? That just provides you and student success with some more information to help the student get back on track. If you have any questions, please reach out to the ODL and we will get those answers to you. I hope everybody has a great day.